Okay, how's it going, people? Welcome back to another video. This is a very special video, and I guarantee you this is going to help you out a ton if you're trying to get into cold emailing, or if you're not sure what is the best outreach method. This will definitely be the video for you. Now, I am aware this is a longer video than usual. I'm not sure how long it is because I'm just basically recording as I go. But make sure you do watch through the entire video because it is going to be very valuable, and I don't want you to miss out any steps because, like we'll go over in the technical setup, it is quite boring, but it is fundamentally the most important part of this video. So yeah, I'm going to dive straight in. So this is basically a video on how to automate cold email outreach. Now, I think a lot of problems that evolve around beginners starting out in SMMA is that they just can't send enough volume in their outreach. So this is going to be the perfect video, which is going to basically explain how you can send 500, 1,000, 2,000 cold emails per day fully automated. So yeah, let's dive in. So in January, just from this cold email system alone, it made me about $6,000. We've progressed from then. We are now in April as I'm recording this video. And yeah, it still works. I don't use cold email as much, but it definitely still works, and I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to build an automated and scalable system that can send 300 to 1,200 cold emails per day that can actually book meetings. These have an 80% open rate, and it's insane because it's only going to cost you about $120 to $300 per month in software costs, which may seem like actually quite a bit at the start, but trust me, the value you get for that is literally nothing. But trust me, the value you get for that money is insane. I'm going to show you everything. But first of all, we need to know why cold email is actually so good. So first things first, it's scalable. If you want to send more cold emails, all you have to do is purchase more domains and scrape more leads. And everyone knows the saying, volume negates luck, volume negates doubt, volume negates fear. If you're scared of doing outreach, just do more. And this is a great way to do that. It's predictable as well, mainly based on the analytics you'll get from the open rates, the apply rates, and based on your conversion rate, you'll know exactly how many emails it takes to close one client. Obviously, you're not there yet because you haven't even sent any emails, but hopefully you can watch this video and then actually start doing this. So you get real-time feedback, as I mentioned before, the real-time data almost immediately, allowing you to split up multiple angles in just a few days. And it's automated. The entire process can be automated, giving you the blessing of never having to worry about an empty calendar again. Also, low cost per acquisition. You can literally acquire 2 to 3 clients per month for just a few $100s in software expenses. So yeah, as you can see, I've sent an absolute ton of emails, as you can see before. So, that's over 10,000 probably people already. So yeah, part one is the technical setup. Now, I know this is the most boring part of the system, but trust me, I cannot stress how important this is. I made the mistake of just doing cold email without setting this up, and it completely fucked me over, literally. I wish I would have just done this at the start. And yes, it takes 30 minutes to set up, but trust me, it is worth it. Because you're going to run into roadblocks basically down the road. You're going to run into problems like your deliverability rate will be terrible. You'll be put in the spam folder, and this basically just eliminates that to the highest degree, and basically gives you the best chance of actually landing in that person's inbox. Because if your email doesn't land in your prospect's inbox, then it's literally pointless. So there's no point in you actually sending the email. So this is insanely important. Please just set this up, and then I'll get into the better parts in a bit. So how do you actually buy the domains? So I recommend always buying domains from Google. They're the most reputable in the space. You can buy domains for cheaper from GoDaddy and other places, but from my experience, Google are the most solid domains. Yes, you can buy GoDaddy from cheaper, but I've found that they have slight problems in it. Not massively, you could probably get away with it, but I recommend just going with Google. So yeah, so the amount of domains you actually want to buy depends on how many cold emails you want to send per day. Now, I recommend buying at least 4 domains, as this will allow you to send 300 cold emails per day with an 80 to 90% open rate. So how do you actually buy the domains? So buying domains, you need to make sure that it's similar to your main domain. Now, my main domain for my own agency, which is a short form content agency, is basically Cab Media, and then I'm just going to give you an example of what this may look like. It would be charlie@gocabmedia.com or charlie@trycabmedia.com or bestcabmedia.com. So every time you're buying a new domain, but it's similar because you just put the word go, try, best, or just something before your domain. Now, don't make the mistake of putting it before the @ just do basically just buy each domain different, and then don't overthink these domains. You're only using for the outreach. And then what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to redirect the main domain. So I know some prospects, when you actually send them an email, they might copy your domain and put it into Google to see if you've got a website. So if you do have a website, what we're going to do in a minute is basically just forward that to your website. If you don't have a website, it's actually fine. I really don't recommend needing a website. If I was beginning and you're not at 10K per month, there's no point really. It's just not worth the time or money. So here's the quick domain math: 2 to 3 email accounts per domain, and then you're going to be able to send 25 to 50 emails per day once the accounts are warmed up. And as I mentioned before, when it comes to creating email accounts with a domain, always use Google or Zoho. I recommend Google. Okay, now you may be thinking, if I've got all these domains, how do I keep track? How do I not lose my mind? So essentially, I use this tool called Biscuit Browser, or I did when I was doing cold emails. Now I do more, cold messaging and cold calling. But trust me, this works insanely well. Biscuit Browser basically allows you to switch between email accounts without having to log back in and out, and it'll save your time and make your life literally 100 times easier while setting all of this up. So that's basically Biscuit Browser. It basically just allows you to have, as you can see here, each domain you can just click on and you can just see the emails. It's pretty helpful. I'll definitely recommend it. I think it's free. I can't remember. I think it is free though. Okay, now this is the most important part of the video. Please do not skip this. I want to try and go over this quickly just so you don't get bored. But essentially, we're going to set up SPF, DKIM, and then DMARC. These are basically just tracking records. And you need to go into the manage tracking records settings. I'll go over this in a bit, and you're basically just going to change it to what I tell you to. I'll go over that in a minute or two. So if you're in the SMO space, you've probably heard this a million times, but no one actually knows what it does. And to be honest, you don't actually need to know too much what it does. You just need to basically set it up right. As I said here, it's not important for you to know exactly what SPF, DKIM, and DMARC do, but it's crucial to your deliverability that you set them up correctly. So once you have activated the Gmail, as you can see here, you go into manage domains on your Google. It should be in the settings. You click activate Gmail, then you go to your Google Workspace admin account, domain settings, and click activate Gmail. Now, once you've done that, you make sure it's clicked on setup MX record, and then hit next. Go back and do this for all your domains. So each domain is going to be, you're going to have to do it for each one basically. And it should already be on this one, but just make sure. Now, this is the most important part of the DNS entry. This bit's fairly simple. You just basically put the MX record for all your domains. And it's similar to this, in which you're going to go into the custom records. Now, it should be on the left part of your settings, where the domains are. And it should say custom records or manage custom records. And then what you're going to do is you're going to change the host name to this basically. Now, it's not too important why you need to know how to do this. You just need to do it basically. So go to each domain's DNS settings and click manage custom records and enter this. For the type, you're going to do TXT. For the host name, you're going to do DMARC, and you're just going to underscore DMARC. And then for the value, make sure TTL. It will always be on 3600. Just keep it on that. And then for the value, you can do this. Type in exactly this. Now, we're going to set up the instantly account in a minute. So you can always just change it back to what they say in instantly, because it is slightly different. But that's that. So setting up a custom tracking domain. now you need to set up your own custom tracking domain, which is your personal pixel used to track opens and clicks in your emails. This is a crucial step to maintaining good deliverability hygiene. In the future, we're going to turn this off to open tracking altogether, but it's needed for testing in the beginning. If you do not set this up, if you do not set up your own custom tracking domain, a public tracking domain will be used. Yeah, this is terrible. So like, if you don't set this up, it's basically like sharing. Does it say here? No, it doesn't say here, but it's basically like sharing a toothbrush with everyone else who's like sending cold emails. So what you're going to do here is you're going to set up your own custom tracking domain, which is basically just you. So then your deliverability is going to be based on just you instead of sharing it with a bunch of other people, if that makes sense. And yeah, as I said, we're going to turn this off when we get into the instantly part, because it does actually affect your deliverability, but it's just important we do this now. So just like SPF, DKIM, and then DMARC, your custom tracking domain can be set up with a simple DNS record entry in your domain provider settings. So go to each domain's DNS settings and click Manage Custom Records and enter this. It should, so basically for each domain you've done it, so hopefully you've done 4. So going back to this one, you should have done, where was it? Here, you should have done 4. So do this to each domain, this one. And then now under each one, you're going to do a new one, which is going to say track, CNAME, and then that basically. Now, setting up and forwarding your domain. Lastly, you want to make sure that all of your sending domains are forwarded to your main domain. This is the easiest part of technical setup, and you're almost done. The main reason for setting up your forwarding is that when you start sending a lot of cold emails, your prospects will copy and paste your domain into the search. This is basically like free traffic to your website. If you have a website, if not, it's completely fine. If you've got a VSL, cool. If you don't have anything, no worries. Maybe in the future do it, but it's fine for now. So now we need to connect domains to instantly.ai and start warming them up. Now, what this is going to do is, the reason it's so good, right, is because the old way was using Lemlist. I know probably a lot of your favorite YouTubers told you to use Lemlist, but Instantly is no joke 10 times better, and I'm going to explain now. So with Lemlist, you had to pay for each domain you bought. You'd have to pay like, I think it's like $39. Whereas with Instantly, you can pay $39 and get as many domains as you want and warm them up. So like, instead of having to pay for each domain, which you would with Lemlist, you can basically just get Instantly and warm them all up. And yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, it is the best cold email software. Yeah, here it says like Lemlist. Yeah, you can have unlimited email accounts for the same price. So yeah, now we just need to enable IMAP settings in Gmail. So go to your, I mean, it's got it here. So on your computer, open Gmail, like your actual email thingy inbox where you can see it, and then click settings in the top right corner. Hopefully, if you can, try and have this like on the side in a tab, and then as I'm speaking, you can just like basically do it as I'm telling you how to do it. So yeah, click on settings in the top right corner, and then click the forwarding and pop IMAP tab. And then in the IMAP access section, select enable IMAP, as you can see here. And you're going to do that for each domain. So let's say you've done that for GoCab Media. You're now going to go on to TriCab Media, and you have to do it 3 more times if you've got 4 domains. Now we're almost done. So turning on 2-factor authentication, go to your Google account settings, go to security, go to the 2-step verification, security, and it should just be here. You should see it. It should look like this: Google account settings, and then it should be security, and then 2-step verification, and turn that on. You'll have to put your phone number in, next, enter your phone number and press next. Yeah, create an app password, go back to your security setting and press the new button under 2FA that says app passwords, select mail for the app and custom for device. Now copy the app password that was generated, now connect to Instantly, press add new on the home screen. So now, if you haven't already, go get Instantly, purchase it. It's like $39 per month. It's absolutely insane, trust me. I'm not affiliated, by the way. I think I should have said that at the start. I don't get any affiliate links. I don't get any money for promoting them. I just generally think Instantly is 10 times better than Lemlist. So yeah, please add on the new home screen, then select Gmail, press next, enter your email and app password. You'll see that this may look a bit confusing now, but when you go into Instantly, you will see how it will work and it'll be a lot clearer. So if you haven't purchased Instantly now, and then you can do that. Yeah, it'll look something like this. So you go to add new, Gmail, as you can just watch it. Yeah. Then you put in your app password, which it would have given you from a two-factor authentication. And then you're basically in, and it will start warming it up. To enable warm up functionally, go to your email account selection and click on the flame icon on the right hand side of your email. It'll make sense if you're actually in Instantly. Like I'll show you now. The warm up button's that one, and basically what it does is it will send emails to people in the Instantly server, and they will reply back to you. So it basically, the reason warm up is so important is because if you were to just buy a new domain and start sending emails, because you're not getting many responses, it will look just like spammy. Whereas what the warm up does is it sends emails to other people in the server, and then you basically just get replies, so it looks better. And yeah, by clicking directly on the warm up enable disable button, so here enable warm up. Now it's important, let the email accounts warm up for 14 days and leave it on the default warm up setting. And even after the 14 days, I recommend keeping it on. But that means you shouldn't just take 14 days off. You should be cold calling, cold messaging, other basically outreach in the meanwhile. And then once the 14 days has passed, you can then do some cold emails. Okay, now we're going to actually scrape the leads. So these are the leads that you're going to email now. So yeah, the main lead scraping tool is Apollo.io. This is basically the cheapest and most effective lead source. That's why I'm going over it first. It'll be able to scrape high quality leads in your niche, but just in case, we'll be going over more advanced sources later. So yeah, the reason this is so insane, right, is because you pay for Apollo, and once again, I'm not affiliated with Apollo. It is just generally the best software out there. So you would pay, right, $100 per month, but then you would get 10,000 emails. And after verification, which we'll be covering later, you'll be left with about 5,000 to 6,000 emails, which you could easily close 2 clients minimum. Like minimum. If you don't close clients and you do 5,000 to 6,000 emails, there's no way you don't close at least 2. It should be like 6 clients you would probably get. But anyway, that's not bad for $100. So yeah, you can log in. You can also follow this link. This is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. Like, I'm not going to explain this too much because you can just go onto YouTube and search how to get leads in Apollo. It's pretty simple. Like, just buy Apollo and then it'll work. What's important though is once you've gone into Apollo and put your niche in and your service and extra and stuff, you then need to export a CSV, and you need to put it into Neverbounce or another email cleaning software to get them verified. Now, this is extremely important because, yes, the majority, like 95% of the emails Apollo gives you will be legit. 5% may be like unused or just, I don't know, fake or whatever. And then if you were to email them, it would just fuck it up kind of. So yeah, it's important to just verify them. I recommend Neverbounce. You can also use Sales Navigator if you want to scrape leads. But yeah. Also, if you do want a quick tip, right, and you don't want to pay for Sales Navigator, which is like, I don't know how much it is. I think it's like $60 a month. What you can do is you can go onto like Upwork or Fiverr, and a lot of lead scrapers will actually already have like Sales Navigator, and you can just get them to scrape leads for you for like $5 an hour, and they'll get you like a few hundred. Here we go. This is what I mean. Yeah, now as I mentioned before, you just need to bulk verify these. So once you've gone into Apollo, got a bunch of leads, like 5,000, you're then going to download it as a CSV. This is very important, don't skip. and essentially you're going to use bulk mail checker or never bounce or another email cleaning software. Here you can see, go here, and yeah, select file, it should be a CSV from Apollo, and then yeah, I'll just like let you check this out. You can pause the video if you're doing this as I'm speaking. I'll just go down slow. I recommend using like never bounce or something though, it's probably better, but this is good still. And then what you're going to do is you're going to upload the CSV to your Google Sheets and apply filters on the entire sheet. Look like this, click here, go to select, then once the filter is applied to the entire sheet, go to the column details, click on the filter symbol inside that column header, click clear and type in the search box pass so you can find all email addresses that have passed the validation stage. Click on the result and press OK. Like this. Select all, copy and paste into a new sheet inside the same spreadsheet, and only pass at the end of the new sheet where you pasted in the results. Here you can see delete the original tab and sheet so you only have the name, only pass sheet in the left spreadsheet. Make sure you send valid emails and keep your spam score low. Okay, now we're going to go into the email copywriting templates. This is probably the part you've all been waiting for. If you have made it this far, well done for actually watching the most important part, which was the beginning. But this is where the fun begins. So yeah, the part you've all been waiting for. Let's write some killer cold emails. So subject lines, we're going to go over templates and follow-ups. We're going to go how to respond to positive replies and then leveraging your signature. I like writing extremely short and simple cold emails. A rule of thumb is that your cold email should fit on an iPhone screen, as that's where a large percentage of your prospects will read it. Most people end up overthinking when it comes to good cold emails, but it's a lot more simple than you think. And I think the main problem people, or the mistake a lot of beginners make, is they write massive paragraphs of cold email like a script, and it's just terrible because you can just clearly see it's copy and pasted. There's no personalization in it apart from their name, and yeah, it just sucks. So here's some of the best performing subject lines. So quick question, lowercase q, lowercase q again, just because it looks like a bit more natural. Yeah, you can just read these yourself. You can choose one. All of these work. Yeah, test a few, quick question, thought you'd like this, quick question, interview question, weird question, thoughts, love your company name. Yeah, so as you can see, this is like really, I'll just let you like do this. So the first line, after you put the subject line, the actual text in the email, you could do a compliment. How it's going to work, you'll do a compliment, case study, and then call to action. So subject line, quick question for Tom, that's the subject line. Hey Tom, I noticed that you had 24 reported sales on Zillow in the past 12 months. Congrats. We recently helped Joseph, a top 1% nationwide real estate in Florida, get 5 qualified appointments and 85 leads within the first 25 days of working with us. Are you able to take on more leads? Let me know and I'll send it a few times to chat. Like, see how simple and actually like so short it is? That is what you need to be doing. Once again, you can read it, you can use it, you can copy these, change it to your offer and your niche, but yeah, really simple. Follow-ups. Now what you're going to do is instantly you're going to essentially put sequences on. Now in instantly you'll see they'll have sequences, and that basically means that it's all automated, so it'll just send these follow-ups. If you put this in the instantly sequences, once you buy instantly, you'll be able to see it's all pretty simple. Yeah, so if they respond like this, you can do this. This is basically on how to reply to. You basically want to just say, would Monday at 2 p.m. suit you, or whatever time, or in the morning, and then you're going to book them in yourself. That's what I recommend. And if they don't respond, then you're just going to do the follow-ups. And if they ask about pricing, you need to have a heuristic. Heuristics are basically predetermined decisions. This isn't on the script app, this is just in my brain. So when like a prospect says, what's the price? you never say the price, right? That's just a basic rule. Never say the price. You're going to have a heuristic. And this basically means that you already know what to say when someone says that, because you just know. So if someone asked me for the price, I'd say, that is a great question, John, or whatever their name is. I fully understand why you have asked for that. However, the price depends on the customer's needs and wants, and it wouldn't make sense for me to tell you the price without actually showing you what you get in terms of value for that price. Something like that. Yeah. So now, sustaining deliverability. No matter how safe you are, all domains will end up losing deliverability over time, but I'm going to show you how to maintain 80% deliverability in the long run. So we'll use the 50-50 ratio, how to ramp up sending after warm-up, spin tax, good hygiene, deliverability, talk to them, and email rotation. So the 50-50 ratio means that how the warm-up works is when you get towards the 2 weeks, essentially you'll be, the warm-up will be sending, like, let's say 20 emails per day for one account for you. And that means then you're going to send 30 because you can't go over 50 combined. Now, what I recommend doing is the 50-50 ratio, where you send, let's say the warm-up limit is 25, you then do 25 emails to your prospects. Pretty simple. You can read it. So yeah, ramp up. So once the 14 days is up, you can then start doing 5 emails a day, 10 emails a day, 15, 20, and then 25. If the warm-up limit is 25. So, oh, bless me. If a warm-up limit is 25, and yeah, as I said before, I recommend doing 25 cold, 25 warm-up, and yeah, just increase them every 5 days, like I've showed you here. Now, spin tax, I think you have to pay for the premium version of Instantly. This isn't that important. Yes, it helps, but like, it basically just makes sure that each email is as unique as possible. Yeah. Blah, 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 more boring stuff. Maintaining good hygiene, you can see this. Here's a mind map of everything you can do to the best hygiene standard when it comes to deliverability. So as you can see, if it ever drops to 97% on Instantly, the warm-up health score, you should take your account out of any active campaigns and leave it on warm-up for a week. Basically fix it, and yeah, email rotation, I'm pretty sure I went over that. So part 5, systems, we're going to go over Zapier, Inbox Manager, and then the nurturing interested leads. So Zapier recently added a Zapier integration. This will allow you to create automations that integrate between multiple softwares. For example, I have it set up so every time I mark a lead as interested in Instantly, they automatically get sent to my CRM, Go High Level. This makes keeping track of all interested leads an easy task. This automation is really the one you need, but you can have others. You can set up response notifications, zap leads between campaigns, and all that stuff. Next, once you actually start doing well with this, you're going to get a lot of replies. If you're sending 1,000 cold emails a day, you're going to get a ton of positive replies and negative, but hopefully positive. It doesn't matter, because what you're going to do then is you're going to hire a inbox manager, like a VA, on how to basically manage your inbox for you, so you don't have to do anything, and then it is fully automated, because Instantly sends automated personalized emails at scale. And then now you're going to hire an inbox manager once you've seen some success and you've got a few clients, maybe for $400 a month. Yeah, it's a virtual assistant who manages your inbox full time. And then nurturing interested leads, you can read this, and yeah, that's basically it. So the nurturing interested leads. So that brings us to the end of the video. I know this was a longer video, but hopefully this helped you out in actually how to set up cold emails. Yeah, as I mentioned before, cold emails are brilliant. Like, you can scale them at mass, and personalize them using Instantly. Yeah, Instantly is great, warms them up. But I am going to give you a little pitch now. Excuse me, I've waited to the end of the video for this, but it is in your best interest. So if you want to fully automate your outreach and actually make us and my team actually help you getting meetings, getting clients, if you're really struggling with client acquisition and booking meetings, I'll leave a link in the description. It is going for you to be able to book a call with me and my team. Now, it's fucking amazing what we've got. We've basically trained appointment setters already on how to book meetings through Instagram. We do guarantee you 15 meetings, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description. If not, that's totally fine. If you did find this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. And if you want any other YouTube videos, put in the description below. Put in the comment section below what YouTube videos you want for SMMA, and I will make them. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.